Hi everyone, I'm Tulsi Chaitanya. Basically, I'm a professional clay artist and I do give online workshops all over the world. And I'm so much passionate about to share my skills to others in different sectors like fashion, interiors, and many categories. As part of that, today I have come up with one of the best art form and major art form in India, that is Meenakari art. So many people have asked me different canvas sizes. You can use, I told you in the groups also, you can use different size of boards, but based on this situation I have fixed this with the standard size of the print, so that anyone can take the printout and they can do. That's what I fixed it in a 10 by 12 canvas. If you have any size, you can use the same design. If you have bigger canvas, you can increase the sheets, print size, and then you can use. Oh, no problem at all. Okay, so this is the canvas. You can use canvas sheet also, but before that you need to convert that sheet into canvas board. That I will tell you in a brief now. Okay, these are the canvas pads we'll get. So just take these canvas sheets also available in different sizes, with a smaller size and bigger sizes also. So first take this canvas sheet, then take the plywood, MDF or new wood, it is called two ways. Or you can use any cardboard or exam pad. If the old exam pad is there, you can use that, or you can use mount board, any thick cardboard, or this kind of 2 mm or 4 mm wood boards also you can use. Take this, not this size, according to the canvas sheet you need to take. So that then you just apply the fabric glue all over the board, then stick it this way. Okay, first you stick this, then reverse it, then apply here and here also, then fold it this way. Okay, this way you can convert your canvas sheet to canvas board. You can make your own canvas board. Okay, now I will show you in this canvas sheet, then I will show you how to make it in a bigger board, canvas board. Okay, take this canvas sheet. So I am going to take my first white color on my palette. Just I am taking less quantity of water to spread my brush easily. That's it. Don't dilute the color too much, otherwise it will not stick to the canvas. Okay. Okay. First, give the coat of white this way. Better take flat brush, bigger number like 8 or 10, so that you can spread easily. Whenever you are using, just give one way direction of strokes. Anyway, if you are using this way, you do this way only strokes, or if you are giving horizontal strokes, give horizontal strokes only, so that it can be evenly spread. Sometimes if you give these strokes, that will not give good result in the project. Okay, just simply move one direction. Okay, first we will do the base coat of white, then we will do the other background, then we will do the tracing. That's why I insisted you to don't trace anything on the canvas. That is the easy method to finish this project. Even though if you trace it on canvas, if you cover the background color and all, it will go off. Unnecessary 2 times work. It has to be dry completely. Okay. But you can do it on directly your canvas board. Okay, based on time situation I have to finish it in the session. Okay, so that's why I am going to show you step by step in different surfaces, but you start it on directly canvas board. You just keep it aside for completely dry. Till then we'll start the peacock. I have given you two printouts for the design sheet. One is this and one is this. This is for the main project, what we have to do for the tracing work and all. But this is for the stenciling. Okay, for to make the peacock easily, I will show you how to make it easily in a stenciling way. I will show you. Okay, that's why I have given you two papers. First take this sheet, then you just take your stencil sheet, peacocks. In this project we have two peacocks, opposite side. That's why I have given you opposite side peacocks for the easy of work. Okay. So place your OHP sheet Mine is little bigger, but don't confuse. You all got A4 only, so you can use that A4 only. Okay. Just keep it on this stencil paper. Take the paper tape and attach it. Now I will start my work. So first I will show you one peacock completely how to make it. Then you see the process. Then you can do it in a other side because I have given you two stencils. Okay. Now we are doing this peacock with the molded. Okay. In this molded we have two packets. In this single packet we have two packets, that is one is resin base and one is hardener base. Whenever you are using this clay, you need to mix both at equal ratios. If you want to use half packet, you just take two halves. Okay, use one part. Or if you want to mix full completely, you need to mix full both. Okay. And even though if you are mixing, you just apply the talcum powder to your hands, otherwise it will stuck to your hand and surface. Okay. My suggestion, this way is the better. You can fold it and you can mix it easily and it will be easy to mix also. Okay. And while mixing, it should be in a single color. It should not be any airlines. This way you cannot work and you can't use. You need to mix it like a single color. It should be mixed properly and thoroughly. Don't take too much time to mix this. Mix it thoroughly, otherwise it will start drying. Okay, this molded will start drying in a 90 minutes. It has initial setting time and final setting time. We will sense the heat and we can see the single color while mix. It will mix very fast, no problem at all. See, this is the single color I am getting. Even though I can sense the heat to my hands, so that we can recognize it is mixed properly and we can start the work. Now it is mixed. Then we will do the peacock. First take very less part of clay. The remaining you just keep it aside. Then this much. Okay. This much of clay you take. And then spread the talcum powder on top of the OHP sheet. Then make the ball. See, while you are making ball, just roll it on palms. That will be easy. Don't, if you make it in a finger, instead of that, just make it on a palm. It will be very smooth and you can make the ball easily. Okay. Then you have to roll it one side this way, like teardrop. Okay. And then you just keep it over here. You are you able to see this feather part? I mean body. Okay, the small part. So you just keep it there and press it. Okay, see, now it is over body. But be careful, it should be exact size to the stencil, because we already fixed the design and we have covered the all over design to around the peacock. So that's why don't make the bigger size. Okay, this way. And if you want to smoothen it, just take the talcum powder and smooth it this way. Very gentle pressure, not too much of pressure, very gentle pressure you need to apply. Okay, if you give more pressure, the shape will be out. Okay, then next I am taking another half part of this remaining clay. Then I am making the ball. Okay, then roll it like a sausage this way. Okay, then take the talcum powder with finger, then start rolling here, one side of the sauces this way. Okay, don't make too thin or too thick. Okay, it should be cover the big part. That's why I'm making according to that. Okay, this part this way from the half. You just roll it this way and next make a sharp edge at other end. See, okay. Then next I'm going to place it on my body. See, is it easy? Exactly, it covered the body. Okay. Then now what I am doing, just I am pressing the, you can turn it into your convenient side, otherwise it will disturb the other part. Okay. Then this side I will show you. Okay. Then here we have the gap. So this we need to fill. That I will show you how to make it without disturbing the shape. Okay. First make this shape, then press it this way. It should not out from the stencil line. Okay. Then you just keep your these two fingers at here. Then press it this way. Okay. Are you clear? This way you just press it here. Then you start adjusting towards the stencil body shape this way. First press it this way, then adjust to back according to the stencil shape. Press it, then see the peacock body is converted. No need to take the stencil, cutting, and no need to take the cutter and all. You just convert it into shape. No hurry and no tension. See how simply we made this. Okay. Then just adjust the part. Now I am coming to the big part at head. Then I am smoothing the body with the talcum powder. Just now my shape is ready. See how beautifully and within minutes we finish the peacock. Okay, see my body is ready. And then take very less part of the clay, this much, like chickpea. Simply roll one side, you can get small drop shape. Okay, whenever you are attaching one part to another part of mold it, better use fabric glue only. That will be give strong enough to fix this both. Okay, then attach this way and adjust it to the stencil. See, the beak also ready, neck ready, body ready. Take the remaining clay and make a sausage. Okay, this way. Okay, then keep it on the tail part, then check it the length. Okay, now the length is fine. Then next what I am doing, just I am rolling two edges as a sharp. This way. Okay. Next I am keeping it in here, then I am bending it here. Okay, clear? Like S shape I am keeping. See, here our tail is this way, that's why I kept it this. Then take the powder, talcum powder to the palm, then press it this way. Then it will spread and it will fill the part. See? Okay, you just convert this way, then give a small beauty touch to the tail. What do you do? Just bend it to the bottom part. This way, you just bend it. You just please the bend, okay? Then start smoothing with the help of powder. Okay, now my peacock body tail, everything ready. Now I am keeping them for a dry. It should be dry completely to work the next layer. Okay. So I am keeping it for dry. Later I will show you how to color it and all. Till then we will do it on a background work. Okay. So that's what I have designed in a systematic way to consume less time and do it in a easy way and quick way. Okay. This I am not going to show you now. The same process you do this here. Okay. This side. We need two peacocks. I am keeping this aside. Then we will start the background work. We already made the background white color. It is dried. This is our A4 printout, which I already set for the 10 by 12 size, or you can use it for a 10 by 12 or 12 by 12, 8 by 10, whatever size. But you fix this size, that will be easy. Okay, because you can take it easily print out. And then next what I am doing, just I am exactly folding it in a center. You take the printout whatever I have given to you. You take the exact size and all, because I already set this and I sent you to easy manner. Okay, just fold it. Then keep it in a exact center. See, all the sides should be equal distance. You just keep it on the surface. Now I am taking my paper tape and I am fixing this design sheet to the canvas one side. Take the carbon sheet. You all know about this, but I am going to tell you once again. These print sides should be top. These wax sides should be facing to the canvas. Okay, this way. This print should be on top. This way. The wax side should be on the canvas. Whenever you want to trace it, you just keep that way only. Okay, keep the tracing and fix it. Okay, then first you want do one thing. Take the pencil and mark it center this way. I will tell you why. And top and bottom, because we already fold the paper at center, so that you can take the marker and you can mark it at a center line. Okay, then you just mark it on the four edges of the paper like this. This is the reference lines for the next process. I will tell you. Okay, then already I have given the circle with your design sheet. First trace the circle only, not complete design, just trace the circle only. Okay, now remove the design sheet. Take the palette. You can use anything palette, but I am using here the ceramic plate. And take ultramarine blue. Take little bit of color on the plate. Then I am spraying little bit water. Here I need the diluted color, not the thick color. The first coat with white we are using very thick layer, because that should be cover the canvas. Now I want very diluted color for the background, so that's why I am using more water to dilute the color. Okay. Here I am using spray bottle, but you can use it from the glass also. Okay. Then take the very diluted color. Okay. If I want, I will mix some more water so that I can show you. Okay. Just check it on the surface how diluted it is. You can see this way diluted. Then you first, now we are going to fill this area only, not complete part. We are going to fill this circle. That's what I have given the circle stencil also. Just keep this way. Here I am starting from the outer line of the circle, outside so inside, because if you fix the outside line so that you can fill easily from inside, otherwise you don't control the outside part. Then this way, just round the brush, that's it, very simple. This way. Okay. I am making background of the project. This you don't need to do it in a dark color. That's why I told you light color with the dilution, so that you can get diluted color in a like a light shade. Okay, once you done the background, the circle, then you just keep it aside. Then we'll go to the peacock. Once it is dried completely, you take the white color. Do the white color. Better see how I am moving my brush, because I am moving with the shape only. You observe this, because if you are doing in the next layer, that will be more important. Okay, first do the one coat of this to the complete body. Then I am going to tail. Even tail also see. Better you do two coats of white color, so that will give more bright of the peacock. That will help you to the for the next layer. Okay, let it dry completely. Okay, now this is dried completely, so now we will start the next process. The same thing, now we are going to trace the design. That's why I kept it this in a one side only. I did not remove. If unfortunately if it is removed also, I'll tell you how to fix it, because before we kept the marks over here, this way, here the center marks and the four sides marks. Simply if it is removed, unfortunately if it is removed, you just keep it at the four corner, the markers, help of these markers, so that you can fix. Now I am keeping my tracing sheet over here. I will start tracing. But here you no need to trace the complete peacock design. Just you draw the peacock outline only. Okay. Don't draw peacock complete design. That is not necessary here. Just trace the peacock outline. Okay, then start tracing, but remaining thing you need to trace the complete design, not circle. Circle you no need to trace, already you have done that part. Okay, you omit the circle, then you do the peacock only outline work, then start tracing the remaining design completely. Okay, this way. Here I will show you little bit of the tracing part and what to do after tracing, then I will go to the next step. Okay, because you all know the tracing thing, so I don't want to waste the tracing time. Okay, so just this part I have made the tracing work, but you need to trace the complete thing except circle and peacock inside design. Okay, here I have traced the design. Okay, then I start with the outlining work for the Meenakari background design. Okay, this is the 3D outliner pearl metallic color. This gives the beautiful look to the projects, and the outlining work also we can do very nicely, and we can do without pressure and all. We can simply enjoy this making with this. But the thing is, whenever you are using these outliners, that should be fresh one, otherwise you will be get more pain on hands. So better try to use always the fresher cones, or you just keep it in a safe place. Okay, and the other hand you need to keep it in a waste cloth, and you need to keep the safety pin or something, or any of the pins are wise, whatever which is suitable to this size, because while working the air will go inside and it will stuck, so that you cannot press the color easily. So while working you just keep the safety pin, and you just poke it inside when you are feeling the uncomfortable while using. Okay, then I will start outlining work. See, first check the outline is coming correctly or not. See, it is coming very nicely, so I can use blindly now. So whenever you are doing these outlining work or anything, right hand you just start from the left hand. If you are left hand, start from the right hand, otherwise you cannot work easily and it will be disturb the your design. Okay, so that's why now this is my starting point of the left hand, so that's why I'm starting from here. Just see, I'm simply drawing like a pencil, just I am pressing and I am doing. But in this line of work you need to observe one thing: if you want thinner lines, you press and move it fastly. If you want thick lines, you just press and move it slowly, then you will get the thicker part. Okay, that is the major important thing when you are working with the liner. See, I'm pressing more and I'm moving slowly. That's what I'm getting thicker lines, because I need to fill the glass colors later. That's what I'm making the walls for the glass color, and it will be like a border. Okay. This way. See how simply it is moving. This is the way you need to do the liner work. Then first you finish the remaining complete design, then you let it dry for completely. It should be dry completely. Whenever you are doing these kind of works, it should be dry like completely, otherwise you cannot fill the colors, and it will be spoiled. Then now I am going my peacock for the next stage. This we already done. So now it is dried completely. Now I am going to do the next part. So for that I am using pearl metallic silver color. This gives more beautiful silver look and shiny look to the my peacock. Okay, take the same brush and I'm applying on the peacock. This also you need to do 2 coats. Give single coat, then let it dry, then start one more coat. Okay, this way. Once it is dried, it will be look like beautiful silver effect. Then I am doing the tail. So it is involved in so many techniques. We need to do step by step, so that you can get beautiful project and you can make them very beautiful. Okay. Till then, I will show you the next process. This is my background. I already made outline work. Then I am going to fill the these parts glass colors for the enamel look. Okay. So now I am taking my red color. So in this you will get tomato red. So this tomato red I am doing. Whenever you are using these glass colors, don't shake it vigorously. Okay, just do how it is. If it is fresh, it will be liquid only. If it is dried, it will be thick, but don't shake it vigorously. The air bubbles will form and you cannot do the work. And the other thing is the same. You just keep the waste cloth one hand, then start the work, because sometimes it may spill out with the air. So you need to clean it regularly. Okay, I am going to start the filling color. Just see how liquid it is. I am pressing, I am just I am holding this bottle this way only, and I am moving my hand so that the color will come outside and it will fill. But you do once it is dry, the outliner work dry only, you do that work. Okay, fill completely. See, now here the air bubble form. So how to overcome this? Just take the brush and pop it. Okay, then next I am going to fill. These bigger parts, what we do first, we need to fill the outlayers. Okay, this way. Then later I will come to the center. Okay. Now I got so many bubbles. I will pop it. Now it is clear. This way you fill the complete lining work. Okay. You finish complete design with the outliner work, then let it dry, then start filling with the red color complete design. Okay. After that you just make it for dry. Now we'll do, it is dried completely, my peacock part. So I'll start the next work. So now I am doing the outline work on the peacock. This design now we'll do. Okay. These feathers, body design and all we'll do now. Okay, take the same 3D outliner cone, then start the lining work with the body. Okay, first start. You just keep it on the OHP surface sheet only so that you can do easily. Okay, that's what I am not removing from this. Just start doing. Okay, first do this part and then do the complete shapes. You do the border work. Some parts I am not able to show you because I need to see and I need to do the lining work. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, this way first do the whole body. Even beak also you need to do. Okay, this way. First fill the body outline work, then we'll start the detailing part. From here I am going to segregate my neck part. Okay, this way. And then next I will do detailing part over body. First I am doing small curve, one single curve in the between another small curve. Alternately I will do this. One between of one. This way whole body. Then do whole body this way. But this work you do it in a smooth manner, you will get beautiful curves and lines that will give more elegance to your project. Okay, don't hurry at doing these kind of minute detailing works. Okay, this way. And then next we'll go to this part. This I am going to give you cross line. Then here I am doing lines. Okay, then here I am doing triangles. These triangles there is no measure. You can do according to your size and you are comfortable. You can do bigger or smaller, but there should be gap in between of that. This way. Okay, next I am going to tail. Tail also same way. One small drop and one is bigger drop. Better first do the bigger drops so that you can segregate. Then this is another way I am telling you. First you just do the bigger drops this way. This anybody can make it easily, right? Later you can do that smaller drops in between of that. Okay, this way you can fill it. That's what I wanted to show you two ways so that you, whichever is easy to you, you can use that technique and you can use that manner. Okay, then I'll draw eye over here. First, small curve this way, eye, and then I'm doing. Okay, this way you need to do the peacock body part. Then this also you need to draw completely. Okay, this body and complete peacock I already made for you. So now I will show you glass coloring on top of this. Okay, how to do enameling kind of things with original Meenakari work. I will show you on top of this with the glass colors. And this is another part of the peacock. You can see, right? So now I will work on this. I will keep it this side, otherwise I will be disturbed this while working on this. So better be careful after lining work. It will, if something touch it to that, it will disturb whole design. Okay. Now we'll start from the head. Okay. So now I'm using ultramarine blue, red, green, and golden yellow and sea blue. These are the four colors we are going to use for this entire project. First, I'll start with my ultramarine blue. So I'll keep on this and I'll do, okay, so that I can remove and I can move easily. Okay, first take this ultramarine blue and careful, we are dealing with the very minute delicate parts over here because our peacock is very small. So be careful while pouring the colors on top of the project. Okay, I'll show you those techniques also. First I'm dropping the color with this only here because I don't want to breaks over here. It should be like a single shade. That's what I am using the direct color. Okay, just drop the color, spread it. Don't press the bottle. No need to press, it will come off easily with the drop kind. Just you move the bottle only with the hand, very slowly you just move. That's it. See how beautifully it is turned, how bright. But see how beautiful it is, this blue color. And I have poured very less color, you observe, right? If you pour the more color, it will fall off and it will disturb the outline of the gold color. So that's what I made very less color. Be careful while doing this part. The remaining part that will be in your hand. I will show you how you can handle with this colors with the handling technique. Okay. Then now I am doing my beak part. Beak also I'm using red color. This is tomato red. This I'm using. See how beautifully the red color coming out and how it is turned like a peacock exact beak with the gold touch. Then we'll start the body part. Okay, so here we are using the brush. Now I'm doing my body over here. So here I'm using ultramarine blue and see I'm taking ceramic plate. I'm using for the color mixing so that it will be easy to clean and we can know how the shade it is. So that's what these kind of colors I use it on the ceramic plates and all, so that I can see the beautiful of the color and how much shade I need to take. Okay, so take little bit of color, don't take too much of color, just take little by little, that will be easy. Okay, now I have used ultramarine blue and sea blue. Okay, so first take little color of the ultramarine blue, then keep it over here. So here inside of the drop, I am doing it in a smaller drops. Okay, first keep all the dark blue color drops at 1/4 part of. Okay, don't fill too much color so that you cannot mix the and you cannot blend the other color. Okay, so keep only less color, that will give more beautiful look. Okay, now I filled my blue color completely with the all the drops. Okay, next I am going to take sea blue color with the same brush. Okay, then I am applying from the, now the blue color I have applied from this edge, the ultramarine blue. Now I am applying this sea blue color from another edge to I am spreading. See, blending this way, I am overlapping the color from the other edge. so that you can blend two colors and it will give beautiful look. See how beautifully it is turning like a peacock eye. But you need the patience, don't hurry while doing. Take it like a small baby, then you start work, because we are doing very minute works and we are dealing with the minute part, detailed parts. So don't hurry about it, okay? See how beautifully it is turned now. You have to see directly. This is like amazing. Next, I will do the tail with the same colors I'm using over here. First, I will keep the blue at one end and the other end same way. This way you can use the brush, because we are dealing very minute parts, so that we can, if you pour from the bottle, it will be fell off everything and it will spoil the projects. That's why wherever it is needed we need to fill with the bottle with the larger areas, but the minute areas we need to fill with the brush only. Then I'm starting from here. Okay. You can do first blue part completely and then you can do the lighter blue, but it sometimes it will dry, so that's what I have made half part once and half part once. Okay, because this is the tile is big, so I'm doing it a half and half. Okay, then now I'm going to start this part. Here also we need to cover the blue color over here, so that's why I'm dropping with the bottle only, but careful. If you not able to drop with the bottle carefully, just you do the brush technique how I showed you with the brush. Take with the brush and then drop it. Okay. See the gold color is how beautiful it is turning out, and it is highlighting with the blue. Then we'll start the next work. Now we'll do the remaining part with the green color and golden yellow. Okay. Now I'm taking yellow color and I'm applying over here. Then the same brush I'm taking crystal green. Then I'm applying and I'm mixing at the surface only. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Clear? I'm mixing on the surface only. First I picked the yellow color, golden yellow color. Then I took the crystal green color with the same brush. Then I'm blending it in the surface only, so that you can get light and dark tone at over here, so that will give more realistic and natural look to this. Okay. See how beautifully some places are dark and some places are light. It will give more beautiful look. Then the same part over here. First I am filling the yellow color, then I took the green, then I am blending over here only. See, if these are fresh colors, you can blend beautifully. Okay, see how beautiful it is, the green and yellow shade. It turned like a crystal glass, right? Now the same green I am taking and I am filling over here. I am not mixing yellow color, just directly I am taking the crystal green color and I am filling. Okay. Then we'll do the tail part. We'll do this part also the same color, the same golden yellow and crystal green only. Okay, the same technique. First I'm applying the yellow, then I'll mix the green. Here some parts if you get lighter shade also no problem at all, but because feathers will be on and off, so that you can get beautiful look of light and dark, no problem. If you feel some places are light or some places are dark, that is also gives beautiful look. Okay, see how beautiful it is, the blue and light blue and dark blue and the yellow and green. It is turning like real peacock feather and real meenakari pendant, right? Even you can do the same mixing how I am doing. You start working, then you can understand. Let them dry completely, these glass colors also. Okay. This already I made it for you on canvas board, which is already I told you. You need to start on this only. Okay. I have made the outline work, then I fill the glass color over here till this part. So this I did not finished. Okay, that also I have, I'll show you. But the thing is, now it is clear till. Okay, then even though you need to finish this part also. Okay. This color is red color I am using. The red is, we call it as dangerous, but in the art and all, this is beautiful. Till it is clear, then what you do, then take the gold liner and do this kind of drop shapes all over the design. How I made this here? You just make the you can do it on this way. Okay, let that dry completely this glass color, then you do this work. Otherwise the color will disturb and you won't get the beautiful shape of this. This way you do the complete design. Okay, and then next we are moving to border. For the border we are using mold it. What I am doing, anyway, I have shown you the round picture, but now this is rectangular. That's what I converted it as a round and offset look. So here we made the one round at the blue color background, and another round we need to make it over here. That I will tell you how. Once you finish complete design this, then you take the design complete dry, let it dry completely, then do this kind of motifs also inside of this complete dry, and you keep it ready with your peacock. Then you take any of your plate at home, whatever is available at your home. This is regular plate. Okay, take this plate because it should be bigger than the this outside circle. Okay, that is mandatory. Don't take small plates, but you why I am insisting you plate, this is available very easily at every home, so that's what I am telling you the plate. Okay, any plate bigger than this, at least it should be in a ½ inch bigger than the of this design. Okay, this side edge of this design, it should be at least ½ inch bigger than. Okay, you just keep it on this way. You just check the margins all over the border. Then what you do, take the pencil, then draw the circle. Is it easy? No need to take the compass or marker, whatever, nothing is needed. Just take the circle, then you have made the border line for this design. Okay, then I am going to do the borders with mold it only. Take the same mold it, take the old newspaper, don't spoil the surface and all. You just take the old newspaper, then spread the talcum powder on that and take some powder onto hand, then mix it. This already I told you need to mix the folding method only. Then I am going to take half part of my pack clay which I mixed. Then I am going to make the ball. Then I am making sauces. Now I will show you how to make the ropes. Because this border we are going to keep the round rope, because these Meenakari artworks like these kind of borders, they will give the gold color. That's what I wanted to give the same look here. Okay. Okay, then roll it on newspaper this way. Okay, then start from one edge rolling this way, so that you can get very even rope, because the rope should be even thickness at start to end, so that that will give more beautiful look to the border this way. Okay, if you are not able to do this in a equal thickness, I will tell you other option. This I can do it in a hand, but if you are not able to do it in a hand, what you do, you just take the wooden coaster or wooden piece, anything, any wooden flat surface piece, then keep it on top of this. Don't give too much of pressure, just roll it. See, roll it and spread it so that you can get even thickness rope. Clear? See, I can make it immediately and easily with this rope. Do you find easy? Now my rope is ready with the even thickness. See, there is no thickness difference. Then I am using fabric glue to stick this mold it on the canvas. Better use fabric glue only whenever you are dealing with the mold it. And keep it on the glue slowly at the circle. So this way you can do the frame also. No need to go to the frame shop and hurry in this situation. Okay. Okay, I'll take little more, then I'll finish it. I thought it is sufficient, but okay, no problem. Yes, very. I am cutting the excess part. Once it is stick to this, so you just adjust the shape, then you just merge it with your fingers. The line, the break line should not be visible, so that it will be like single piece. Just you use your fingers, then you just merge it like a single piece. See, it is merged here. Okay, let it dry. Till then what we do, we'll attach the peacock. See, we'll attach the peacock over here. This side part I'm attaching. Okay, so we already have the mark line over here. First keep the piece and check it. Keep the piece and check it, the placement, everything. Then we'll stick. Okay, don't apply glue directly one stretch. First check the part, how it is and where to fix this. Then you can fix it. Then see. See, this is our peacock. Okay. So now we are going to stick the peacock. First take the tail part, then apply fabric glue at bottom of the tail. Completely apply fabric glue. Then stick it here. This way. Okay. Then apply the body part and attach it here. Okay. Then go to this part. Like this, you need to fix the peacock once it is dried completely. Okay, you just hold it this way. You just keep your hand down and one hand is on top of this, then push it from the bottom. So see how beautifully it is coming, and it came out beautifully. Okay, then next one, see, I am pushing from the bottom side. See, it is coming. Okay, this way you can push. That's what I insisted you to do it on a OHP sheet or any plastic sheet. If you are using newspaper, you can use, but it will the newspaper will come with this sometimes. That's what I insisted you to do it on a OHP sheet. That will work as a stencil and you can remove from the sheet easily. Okay, see, till here we have done. And now what we are going to do, we need to fill the background. So for that, I wanted my project should be highlighted in the center part only. I don't want to highlight borders and all. I want my center part should be highlighted. That's what I am using the plain color with the golden touch, so that it will give very beautiful and pleasant and royal look. I'll show you. So take bold metallic color, but you do once the border is dry only you start doing. Okay, take this shade gold 352 and start applying all over the border and the frame, this part. Still after the frame also we have so much work to do. See, this way you do the gold touch to the entire project. Even though frame, border, everything you need to do, but while applying over here, be careful, it should not touch to the white part. Okay, it should be touched to the border and the frame only. For my interest, I am keeping this part plain only, so that will enhance my project beautiful. I will show you that also. Okay, first do the one coat. If you are not satisfied with the one coat, absolutely you can go with the two coats. This project needs two coats. Okay, first give the one coat, let it dry, then do the second coat. This way, complete over here and this border. Okay, this is our finished project. Okay, and even though we have work here, I will do now. And then next what we have to do, we have to stick these stones over the body and here with the help of fabric glue. Okay, these are the stones, the blue color and the white color, silver color. Okay, these are the stones. Because we are doing here red color background and here the lighter color, so I wanted to highlight my project like sparkling. So that's what I insisted you to blue color and silver color. Okay, so now I'll show you. You just keep one stone at one drop at bottom of the color, this way. First keep the fabric glue dots over the design. Okay, now I am keeping my silver color stones. I am sticking over here. with the help of toothpick, or you can use matchstick also, you can use anything, your comfort. Okay, this way. Okay, this way you need to stick the stones over here and here and here also. And the other part is, even the design also I have placed the blue stones and the white stones. Blue stones I kept it over here, this way drop shape, and the white stones I kept somewhere to highlight my project. And then finally you just take the outliner and do the line on the center of the beak. Okay, okay, this is our project.